Hello y'all, I'm back with another NFL video, and today is more so of a rant. I know I rant quite a bit on this channel, but this video is just purely ranting. Now, I got this video idea from watching Urinating Trees video on Justin Tucker and how he got released, and how all the sexual assault allegation stuff with him and everything, with that. And it's unfortunate, but I do agree with what he says in this video, is that Justin Tucker was very, very likely released, not because of the allegations, but likely because of his play. Now, what is this video about? The video is about how owners, teams, at the end of the day, they do not give a what you do as long as you're good at football, and it's obvious, everyone knows this, and I like to believe in my little ignorant world that only some teams did this and other teams maybe have better morals, but I'm convinced that all teams just do it. Now, listen to the Deshaun Watson situation. You can think whatever you want about the Deshaun Watson situation. It's your life, you can have your own thinking, whatever. In my opinion, I've done a lot of research on the allegation, and I fully believe he did some of those things that he was accused of. And I think a lot of NFL fans do believe he did some of the shit he did, which is downright horrendously evil shit. And in my opinion, he should never step foot on the field again, and he should be lucky he's not in jail. But you know what? The Browns don't care. And the funny thing was, when they said that they did their due diligence on the thing, they didn't do jack shit. They just knew he was a good quarterback and signed him. Guarantee the Browns, Jimmy Haslam, those guys don't give a about what Deshaun Watson did. They just want to get him as a quarterback so they can win football games, because winning football games and making money trumps anything bad you ever do. And it's the truth. Let's look at Henry Ruggs. Now, Henry Ruggs is in prison still, but there's a chance he might come back to the NFL. And Henry Ruggs was a talented receiver, and unfortunately, he drank and drive, got in a car accident, and killed someone and their dog. Now, Henry Ruggs. I don't think Henry Ruggs is an evil person. Obviously, he didn't mean to kill that woman and her dog. Of course not. But he drank and drive. He was responsible for that. And it's a detail people leave out. I'm gonna say it. The people who died in there burned alive in a car. It's not like they just got hit once and they were instantly dead. A woman and her dog burned alive in a car. And obviously, Henry Ruggs did not want that to happen, right? He definitely didn't want that to happen. But he drank and he drove at a very, very fast speed. He knew the risks and he caused it. That was his fault right there. How do you think the family would feel if, this guy who basically just killed your friend or your family member, and then they just go to this jail for 3 years and they come back out just making millions again in football? It's wouldn't you be kind of pissed off? I think I would. But you know what? That is the NFL. There's a lot of things going on in the NFL. A lot of terrible people like Tyreek Hill, of course, who's gotten many allegations towards him. But you don't care. He plays football well. Who cares? Move on. Who the hell cares? What I'm trying to say is, I like to think my team, the Ravens, were a team that took due diligence and all this stuff, they're not the Browns. The Browns didn't do due diligence with Deshaun Watson. You know damn well they didn't. But Tucker, looking at it right now, I wouldn't be surprised if DaCosta, their owner, John Harbaugh, have known about this for years with Justin Tucker and just haven't said anything. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And it's just coming out now. I can't prove it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Basically, what I'm saying is, a lot of GMs, a lot of owners, not saying all of them, but you know what? Maybe all of them, scummy pieces of because at the end of the day, they don't give a shit what you do. You can do some heinous shit. Doesn't matter. Because as long as you can catch a football, throw a football, run with a football, it doesn't matter. And that shit pisses me the off, because I want the NFL players I'm watching to be good people. I do. I don't want to watch people that are downright awful people. And of course, not all of them are. I guarantee you, majority of the players in the NFL are probably good people. But at the end of the day, we don't know these people. I like Lamar Jackson. I like Josh Allen. I think they're probably good people in real life, but I don't know. I don't know them. You don't know them. Who the hell knows? I hope they're good people, and I think they are, but we don't know. And if they were bad people, they would still be playing in the NFL because they're good at football. I don't know what the point of this video is. It's just a rant in my video, which is a lot of things people know and point out. But what I'm trying to say is, don't get attached to some of these players, because the players don't know you. They're just playing football. And maybe other sports too. It could be basketball, could be baseball, whatever. They don't know you. You don't know them. You can appreciate their work of playing whatever sport they're playing, but don't get attached. For God's sakes, don't get attached to any of them. They're doing the sport, they're doing the job, and that's it. You really like them in their sport, that's it. And if it is a player who did heinous shit back then, like Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor's a great player. Hall of Famer, one of the best players of all time, but he's a piece of shit person. You can appreciate the player for how good they were, but then after that, they can right off, because I don't give a shit about them after that. That's all I gotta say. So basically what I'm saying is, majority of the owners or the GMs are probably scummy pieces of shit. And basically, don't get attached to a player too much and separate art from the artist. And at the end of the day, it is just a sport, and you shouldn't get attached to these people and shouldn't think these people are larger than life, because they are humans who can do absolutely terrible shit. and could be awful people. Just because they're good at a sport doesn't mean they're a better person and can do whatever they want, because they can't. That's how I see it. If you think I'm just rambling for nonsense, then please let me know. If you think this is a stupid video, please let me know. But I just needed to rant somewhat because I need to get this out of my system. Because I think you do something heinous, you should be kicked out of the NFL. That's it. And I know some people think like there's some crimes, like when Baker Mayfield got that DUI, like obviously yes, get punished, but there's some crimes that are too far that you shouldn't be forgiven from, and you shouldn't be allowed back in the NFL. But, you know, NFL teams see it differently because of dollar signs and all that. You know what, that's just the NFL. That's how it is. And unfortunately, that's how it's always going to be. Again, separate art from the artist. Don't get too attached to these players. Please enjoy the rest of your day. This is a very sad video and very depressing, but I'm sorry, so goodbye.